Uh, uh, Dear students, today I will discuss about how to find the fault in the machine by means of vibration analyzer, and um, I will discuss this simple example of fan. It has got 4 blades, and we will find out the blade pass frequency as per our calculations, and then we will see the spectrum to find out what is the frequency there in the spectrum. And just to so today our lesson is to understand about how to find the fault in the machine by means of vibration analysis. Now you can see here there is a vibration analyzer. This is a vibration analyzer. We can see in this vibration analyzer spectrum. The spectrum is a graph between amplitude and frequency, and then you can see here this one here is this one is a fan. It has got 4 blades, and this is a cover plate, just to make you understand. Okay, so this is a small fan. It has got 4 blades, and this is a sensor, accelerometer. From this small motor, the vibration will create charge inside this accelerometer, and from that charge voltage is created, and from the voltage we can find out what is the vibration inside, what is the amplitude, and what is the frequency. So it is very important that we should know what is the condition of the machine, and also we should know how to find the fault in the machine. Now, as I have told you before, that displacement, velocity and acceleration tells you about condition of the machine. Displacement tells you how much the machine is bending. Okay, so it can tell us about the condition of the machine simply because if something is bent more, it will break sooner. The other thing is how much you are bending and how many times you are bending. How much you are bending is displacement, is peak-to-peak displacement, and how many times you are bending, that is frequency. So frequency and displacement is a good indicator of condition of machine, because it is very important to know how much the machine is bending, and we should also know how many times the machine is bending per minute. And together these are displacement and frequency. Frequency means how many times the machine is bending, and peak to peak displacement means amount of bending. And these both, velocity is equal to displacement multiplied by frequency, and velocity is a good indicator of condition of machine for normal running machines and for high running machines. It tells us about fatigue. Fatigue means how much is the displacement, which is stress, and then frequency, how many times the machine is bending. So together this velocity, together with these two, what I mean is that displacement and frequency tell us about fatigue in the machine. Fatigue means how much the machine is bending and how many times it is bending. So now we know that displacement can tell us also about condition of the machine, but only in those machines which have very low RPM or low frequency. Because in those machines, the only important thing is to know how much the machine is bending, and that will be the factor to cause the break of the machine. That will be the factor that will break the machine. For other machines, normal running machines and high speed running machine, it is important to know the peak to peak displacement and also to know the frequency. Frequency multiplied by peak to peak displacement is called velocity. So velocity is very good indicator for most of the machines, normal running machines and high speed running machines, to know the condition of the machine. After this, then acceleration. Acceleration is the rate of change of speed. You must be remembering that whenever there is a change of speed and you are driving and you apply a brake, and there is what will happen? Your car will come to rest. The car speed will become low. The car speed will drop, and you will experience the force. So force always causes the human to be thrown outside. That's why you are wearing the safety belt, so that you are not thrown outside. So whenever there is a negative acceleration means when the rate of speed is going down. Rate of speed means you are going with high speed, for example 20 meter per second, and your speed come to 0 meter per second in 4 seconds. Every seconds your speed is going down by 5 meter. So because this is a rapid drop in speed, it will create force, and this force will try to push you. In the same way, in the machine also, if there is a acceleration in some parts of the machine, it will create force, and that force can damage the machine. So you should always think about this example, that when you are driving the car and you apply the brake, there is a force acting on you. So it means that whenever there is a rate of change, whenever there is a change of speed, there is acceleration, and that acceleration causes the force, and force is not good. Same is machine also. Whenever there is an acceleration in the machine parts, it means that there is a force there, and it will make the life of the machine short. The machine will not run for long time. Now we come to this our second benefit of this vibration analysis, and that is how to find the fault in the machine. Now, whenever there is a force in the machine, it is due to some fault in the machine. Or you can say, whenever there is a fault in the machine, it will create some force, and that force will have some frequency. That force will be having some frequency, and this force frequency will depend upon the RPM of the machine and the geometry of the part and the part itself. What is that part? For example, in case of this fan blade, there are 4 blades, and for example, if its RPM is 1728, there will be a frequency created when this cover plate will touch these blades. So what will be that frequency? That frequency will be equal to RPM multiplied by number of blades, and this is called blade pass frequency. This blade pass frequency will tell us that the blades are touching the cover plate. For example, now I run this fan, and you can see that the fan blades are not touching the cover plate. So I will not see the blade pass frequency now. But when this cover plate is touching the fan blades, so I will see the blade pass frequency. This blade pass frequency will be equal to number of blades multiplied by RPM of the fan. Now I will apply some pressure. Okay. Okay, now I am pushing this plate towards the fan blades. So what will happen? That the amplitude will increase. This amplitude will be at the blade pass frequency. So if I go on increasing the pressure, the amplitude at blade pass frequency will also increase. So amplitude is telling us the force with which the cover plate is touching the blades of the fan, and the blade pass frequency is telling us the fault. The fault is that fan blades are touching the cover plates, and the amplitude at blade pass frequency is telling us with how much pressure the cover plate is pushing the blades. So in other words, the amplitude is telling us how much is the problem, and blade pass frequency is telling us that the problem is with blades. The blades are touching the cover plate, and this blade pass frequency we have to calculate before. We have to calculate this blade pass frequency before. We should know this blade pass frequency, and this is equal to number of blades, which are now 4, multiplied by RPM of the fan. Now I will do an experiment with you. Okay. Now this is not touching. Now the cover plate is not touching, and I will see the spectrum. And I will see what are the frequency here. The RPM of this fan is 1728, and there is one frequency which is same as 1728. 1728 cycle per minute is one frequency which I can see here, and the RPM is also 1728. So when RPM and frequency are same, it means that the machine is unbalanced. Now I will see any other frequency if there is. Okay, there is another frequency which is 7164, and that is near to 7200, which is coming from the motor. So this is showing some motor problem, but since the amplitude is very small, so we don't have to worry about. You can see here, I will show you the spectrum. Okay, you can see here there is one frequency which is 7164 cycle per minute, and the amplitude is about 1 micron. So this frequency is coming from the motor side, and there is another frequency here. We will see how much it is. Okay, this one. Okay. The RPM is 1728. And you can see here the frequency is also 1728. So this frequency 1728 is same as RPM of this motor, which means that the problem is unbalanced. And in case of unbalance, the frequency of vibration is same as RPM. And unbalance is the most common problem in the plant, and this you can find very easily. Just check the spectrum, and if you see any frequency which is equal to RPM of the machine, it means that the problem is unbalanced. And the amplitude at this frequency will tell you how much is the unbalance. Okay, you can see here. Okay. Okay, you can see it now. You can see here that the amplitude is 1.84 microns and frequency is 1728 cycle per minute. And since RPM is also 1728, So it means that the problem is unbalanced. And how much is unbalanced? That you can see from the amplitude. Amplitude is 1.84. But we don't see any blade pass frequency. Okay, what is blade pass frequency? Blade pass frequency is number of blades multiplied by RPM. Okay, so in this case, okay, so number of blades, okay, number of blades you can see here, number of blades you can see here are 4 and RPM is 1728. So 4 multiplied by 1728 gives you the blade pass frequency, which is 6912. Okay, now I will make the cover touch these blades, and then I will check what are the frequency in the spectrum. Okay. Okay, you can see that you can see the spectrum now. Okay, so there is one frequency 1728 and the amplitude is 2.2, and this frequency 1728 is same as RPM, so this is telling us about unbalance. Now let us see the other frequencies. Okay, so we will see the other frequencies. Okay. Okay, now this is one frequency. Let us see how much it is. Okay. Okay, so you can see here that this frequency is 6912 and the amplitude is 0.9. Okay. So here. So I will note it down. Okay, you can see here now that the frequency in the spectrum is 6912 and the amplitude is 0.97 microns. Okay, so and as per our calculation, the frequency was okay. Okay, as per our calculation, okay, so as per our calculation, this is the blade pass frequency which I calculated. How I calculated? The RPM was 1728. I multiply it by 4. There were 4 blades and the answer was 6912 cycle per minute. Now if I will see this frequency 6912 which I have calculated before in the spectrum, if I will see this frequency in the spectrum, then it will mean that the blades are touching the cover plate. So you can see here that in the spectrum I am seeing same frequency. I am seeing same frequency which is 6912 cycle per minute, and so it means that the blades are touching the cover plate and the amplitude is 0.97 and the amplitude is 0.97 microns. Amplitude is telling me with how much force the cover plate is touching the blades of the fan. Okay. Again I will show you the spectrum now. You can see here, this is a spectrum here. Spectrum is a graph between frequency. This side is frequency and this side is amplitude, and amplitude is microns, peak to peak displacement, and this side is frequency cycle per minute. Okay, now you can see here. So frequency is telling me that the blades are touching the cover plate. This frequency 6912 cycle per minute is same as blade pass frequency of this fan, and the amplitude at this frequency is telling me with how much force the cover plate is touching the blades of the fan. Now I will increase the pressure of the cover plate, and I will again find the blade pass frequency because the RPM will change. RPM may come down. So the blade pass frequency will be little different, and then I will see again the blade pass frequency and the amplitude. So let us start our experiment. Now I will push this one. I am putting the pressure here. Okay, see, I am pushing this one. Now the pressure has become more. So it means that the amplitude should become more. The amplitude should become more, and I should see the frequency, blade pass frequency. The blade pass frequency will tell me that the problem is that blades are touching the cover plate, and the amplitude at this frequency will tell me with how much pressure the cover plate is touching the blades. So let us see, take the reading now again. Okay, the RPM is 1692. 1692 is the RPM. Okay, RPM is 1692 and number of blades are 4. So what will be the blade pass frequency? It will be okay, so you can see here that RPM is 1692, number of blades are 4, so 1692 multiplied by 4 is 6768 cycle per minute. This is blade pass frequency. This blade pass frequency I have calculated. Now I will see what is in the spectrum. Okay. Okay, now let us check it. Okay, you can see here that the frequency which I see is now 6840 in the spectrum, which is very close to 6768 blade pass frequency, and the amplitude is 2 point, okay, okay, you can see it is not so clear. It is about 2.03 microns. So amplitude is 2.03 microns, and before the amplitude was how much? Before the amplitude was I think was less than 1. So now the amplitude is more. Now the amplitude is more. Before the amplitude was 0.97 microns, and now it is 2.03. Why the amplitude has increased? Because I am pushing the cover plate with more pressure. The amount of force with which cover plate is touching the blades is more, so the amplitude has increased. So amplitude is telling us the amount of problem. Here the amount of problem is with how much pressure the cover plate is touching the blades of fan, and the blade pass frequency is telling us that the problem is that blades are touching the cover plate, but the frequency do not tell us how much is the problem. It is only telling us now what is the, it is only telling us about type of problem, which is the problem is that blades are touching the cover plate. But to know the how much is the problem, with how much force the cover plate is touching the blades, we have to see amplitude. This amplitude we will see at blade pass frequency. Okay, so this was over another experiment. Now we will repeat this experiment one time again, and let's see what is the result. Okay, I have stopped the this fan now, and I will see what are the frequency, what is the blade pass frequency now. First I will check the RPM. The RPM is same 1692. Now I will see the frequency. So blade pass frequency okay, so okay, so now I will show you the blade pass frequency which I have calculated. The RPM is 1692, number of blades are 4, so blade pass frequency is 6768. This is the one which I have calculated by multiplying 4 with 1692. 4 are the number of blades. So let us see now what is in the spectrum. If spectrum is telling us that the problem is that blades are touching the cover plate. So now let us see the okay. So the here you can see the frequency in the spectrum is 6732. 6732 cycle per minute. 6732 is the frequency which you see in the spectrum, and the amplitude is 4.4 microns. Now you can see here 6732 is almost near to our calculated frequency. What was the frequency which we calculated? That was 6768 cycle per minute. This was our blade pass frequency which we have calculated. And now in the spectrum we see the frequency is 6732 and the amplitude is 4.4. 6732 is almost near to 6768. So it means that the blades are touching the cover plate. But the amplitude now is 4.4. And before it was 2.03 microns, and before that it was 0.97 microns. So this experiment tell us that when we increase the pressure on the cover plate, the amplitude increased. The amplitude increased. And amplitude, it means, is telling us with how much pressure the cover plate is pushing the blades, and amplitude tells us the amount of problem, how much is the problem. Here in this case the problem is with how much pressure the blades are touching the cover plate. If the pressure is more, it means the problem is, if the pressure is more between blades and cover plate, it means our problem is also bigger, because if they will contact with each other with high pressure, cover plate and blades, maybe the blade will break. So amplitude tells us the amount of tell us about how much is the problem. So amplitude tells us how much is the problem, and blade pass frequency here is telling us that the problem is of blades touching the cover plates. So frequency tells us about the type of problem, and the amplitude tells us how much is the problem. Now in this machine we have seen that there was one frequency which was equal to RPM of the machine. So when the frequency is equal to RPM of the machine it means that the problem is unbalanced, and the amplitude at this frequency which is equal to RPM of the machine tells us how much is the unbalance. Okay, my friends, now I will tell you about this ball bearing. I will discuss with you about ball bearing. Now you can see here that now you can see here, this is a ball bearing and it has got 4 parts. This is inner race, this is outer race, and between inner race and outer race there are balls. And then there is a cage also. Cage is holding the blade, a cage is holding the balls. Cage is holding the balls. So each of these parts will create its own frequency in case it is damaged. In case inner race is damaged, it will create ball pass frequency inner race. In case balls are damaged, they will create frequency which is called ball spin frequency. In case outer race is damaged, it will create frequency which will be called ball pass frequency outer race. And then you can see there is a cage here which is holding the balls. So in case the cage is damaged, it will create frequency which is called fundamental train frequency. And each of these frequencies you can calculate by means of formula. Okay, what are those formulas? I will show you now those formulas. Okay, these are the formulas to calculate the 4 frequencies which are generated from parts of the bearing. Okay. So I will now show you. Okay, so you can see here these are 4 frequencies, and FTF means fundamental train frequency, BPFI means ball pass frequency inner race, BPFO means ball pass frequency outer race, BSF means ball spin frequency. S is the RPM of the shaft or the RPM of the inner race. And in this case we assume that outer race is stationary. BD is the ball diameter, PD is the pitch diameter, and B is the number of balls. Okay, and what is pitch diameter? Pitch diameter is from the center of this ball to the center of the opposite ball. This is called pitch diameter. From here to here is called pitch diameter. This ball pass frequency is generated from the inner race in case inner race is damaged. Ball pass frequency outer race is generated from the outer race in case outer race is damaged. And ball spin frequency is generated from the ball in case balls are damaged. Cage frequency is generated in case cage is damaged, and that is called fundamental train frequency. So these are the different, you can see here, these are the different okay, you can see here what is SS is revolutions per second or revolution per minute. FTF is fundamental train frequency. BPFI is ball pass frequency of inner race. BPFO is ball pass frequency of outer race. BSF is ball spin frequency. BD is ball or roller diameter. NB is number of balls or rollers. PD is pitch diameter. And these are the formulas to calculate these different frequencies. Okay, so you can, from these formulas, you can calculate these different frequencies. Again, you can see here, NB is number of balls, S is the speed, revolutions per minute, BD is ball diameter, PD is pitch diameter. So by these and these you can get the information how many number of balls are, what is the ball diameter, what is the pitch diameter from this from the manual of the bearings. Here you can see here there are different types of bearings, their number is given, and information is also given how many number of balls are in each bearing, what is the ball diameter and what is the pitch diameter. Now this is the bearing number 6002 type. It will have 9 balls. Its ball will have diameter of 0.17 and pitch diameter is also given here 0.925. So all this is given here information. Okay, so this is how you can calculate this. This is how you can find out the value for BD, PD, and then you can calculate by these formulas. Okay, here you can see here. Okay, here I have done one here. Okay, Now I will show you how I have calculated these. Okay, you can see here. Okay, you can see here how I have calculated the value for fundamental train frequency, for ball pass frequency inner race, for ball pass frequency outer race, and for ball spin frequency. Here I have calculated ball spin frequency as 3756.92 cycle per minute, and I have multiplied it by 2. Why I multiply it by 2? Because when the machine is running, the balls are touching both the inner race and outer race. That's why I have multiplied the ball spin frequency here, which I calculated by 2. It was 3756.92. I multiplied by 2 and it become 7513.85. Now here I have calculated fundamental train frequency. S is 1500 revolutions per minute. Ball diameter is 6.35. Pitch diameter is 33 millimeter. And first I will solve this 6.35 divided by 33. This becomes 0.19. Then I will solve this bracket. 1 minus 0.19 will become 0.8. Then 750 multiply by 0.8. I get 600 cycle per minute. This is fundamental train frequency. And you can see here the S was 1500 revolutions per minute. It was divided by 2, so it became 750. In the similar way, here is ball pass frequency inner race. NB is number of balls and multiplied by 5. Number of balls are how many? 12. Okay. So number of balls divided by 2. So here again I have calculated, and this is the answer coming, 10710 cycle per minute. Okay, you can see here, and number of balls are 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 multiplied by S. S is how much? 1500. 6 multiplied by 1500 is 9000. And BD over PD is 0.19. Here I have calculated BD over PD was 0.19. Here you have to add it. So 1 plus 0.19 is 1.19. So this is your answer is coming 10710. Now again here you have calculated. Here you are again, you will solve the bracket first. You can see here BD over PD is 0.19. 1 minus 0.19 is 0.8. Multiply by 9000. It is coming 7200 cycle per minute. This is ball pass frequency outer race. Again ball spin frequency. Here you can see here in this, you have to solve this bracket first. First you will solve this bracket, BD over PD square. BD over PD, you put the values here, 6.35 divided by 33, you make it square. It is coming 0.19, then you will make it square. It will become 0.036. Then you will solve this, 1 minus 0.036, it becomes 0.96 multiplied by whatever you get from here, and your answer is coming 3756.92, and then you multiply it 2. So this was your, these are the frequencies which you can calculate by these bearing formulas. Okay. Okay, so this is this was for FTF, fundamental train frequency. You can see is here. Okay, and you can note it down. Okay, fundamental train frequency. After this, you can see here okay, now you can see here how ball pass frequency in a race has been calculated. You can see here now clearly. I have make it little bigger. So this is how you can calculate ball pass frequency in a race, and then this one is how you can calculate ball pass frequency outer race, and that is 7200 cycle per minute. And then in the last is ball spin frequency. You can see here how ball spin frequency has been calculated. Okay, now I will discuss with you about belt pass frequency. Now you can see here there is a belt. In case this belt is damaged, it will create some frequency that will be called belt pass fundamental frequency. And if the belt is damaged, we will see belt fundamental frequency in the spectrum. We will also see double of belt fundamental frequency. We will see 3 times, 4 times belt fundamental frequency, and it will tell us that the belt is damaged. The amplitude of double of belt pass fundamental frequency will be more. The amplitude of double of belt pass fundamental frequency will be more. Now you can see here how we have calculated the belt fundamental frequency. Now these are 2 pulleys. This one is the driver pulley and this one is the driven pulley. The diameter of the driver pulley is D1 and the diameter of the driven pulley is D2. And from here to here is the central distance, and this is W. This is W. And from here to here is pi D1 over 2. The distance from here to here is pi D1 over 2. where pi is equal to 3.14. Pi is equal to 3.14. Okay, I will write here. Pi is equal to 3.14. You know that circumference, or the total distance, if you start from here, the total distance of this pulley will be pi d2. The half from here to here will be pi d2 divided by 2. Okay, so W is the distance from here to here. Now how we can calculate the belt fundamental frequency? The formula is driver pulley speed divided by belt length. So we know the RPM of the driver pulley, that is 1725. Okay, and we can find the diameter of driver pulley, we can find the diameter of driven pulley, we can measure this distance from center to center. So what is the length of the belt? The length of the belt is distance from here to here plus W, then distance from here to here, then again W. So this will be the total length of the belt from here to here. From here to here is pi d1 over 2. From here to here is pi d2 over 2. So pi d1 over 2 is this distance plus W, then again plus pi d2 over 2 plus this distance will be the total length of the belt. You can see here D1 driver pulley dia is 96 millimeter, driven pulley diameter is 151 millimeter. So we can calculate the belt length, and this is the answer. The answer is 838.79 millimeter. And we can also calculate belt speed. The RPM of the driver pulley is 1725. So N1 multiplied by 2 pi D1. This formula will give us the speed of the belt or driver pulley speed. So 1725 into 2, pi is 3.14, D1 is 96, so 519984 millimeter per minute. This is the belt speed or driver pulley speed. Now belt fundamental frequency is equal to driver pulley speed divided by belt length. So this is our answer, 519984 divided by 838.79, and the answer is 620.3 cycle per minute. So what is belt fundamental frequency? Belt fundamental frequency means that when the belt will make one round and there is some portion of the belt here, this is damaged. So during each round, for example, this is the reference point here, okay, this is the reference point, this is the point here. On this point, this damaged portion of the belt will pass through this reference point. Say this is any point. In every round, the belt will pass through this reference point. So number of vibrations will be equal to when this damaged part will pass through this point, it will, for example, it creates some vibration. So in each round it will create one vibration. Okay. So how many rounds are there in 1 minute? That we can find out by the speed of the belt or speed of the driver pulley divided by the length of the belt. So this is the, that's why this is the answer is 620.3 cycle per minute. So this is called belt fundamental frequency. If you will multiply it by 2, this will become 1240.6 cycle per minute. 1240.6 cycle per minute. And you will see the peak of this frequency will be more. 1240. 1240.6 cycle per minute. Similarly, you can find 3. This will be 3 multiplied by 620.3, and this will be 4 multiplied by 620.3. Okay. So in this way you can calculate the belt fundamental frequency, and when you will see these frequencies, fundamental frequency or 2 times belt fundamental frequency or 3 or 4 times, it means that the belt is damaged. So that was all about the benefit of this frequency to find faults in the machine. Thank you very much. See you next time.